I haven't really been making YouTube videos consistently for about 18 months now. This here is a screenshot where I show which videos I've been uploading, and you see I come and go in droves of motivation. And the reason for this is pretty simple. I just don't like making YouTube videos anymore. And there was a time like 3 years ago where all of my income relied on me making YouTube videos. But these days I have a separate business. It's entirely online. It takes up most of my time, and I just enjoy running and building that business a hell of a lot more than I do making YouTube videos. So in this video, I thought I'd explain to people how I actually make money online, how I use YouTube to make money online, which I still do. It's just that I'm not the one who has to post videos anymore. I have clients who do that on my behalf. I'm going to explain the whole thing here. So if you are looking to start an online business, you're not really sure what direction to go, I run something called an info product agency. This video is going to be a breakdown of that with a little bit of free help so you can work out exactly how it works. So most content creators online, YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagram influencers and the like, who I basically used to be, will make their money from 3 real sources. There's YouTube AdSense, or the TikTok Creator Fund, or Twitter's version, or whatever it is, where the platform itself just pays you out X amount of money, varying depending on how many views you're getting and what your audience is. Then there are affiliate links where you sort of partner up with another company, and if you send sales from your audience to that company, they will give you a little kickback. There's not a lot of money to be had in that these days, to be honest. And then of course there are sponsors, where a company will go out of their way, pay you a fixed amount of money, sometimes a commission on top, to make a video where you explicitly talk about their product, where you endorse it, and you go from there. In general, I'd say that from YouTube AdSense, most channels are going to be making around about $5 US per 1,000 views. From affiliate links, you're going to be looking at something like $1 per 1,000 views. And from a sponsors, you're going to be looking at $10 to $15 per 1,000 views. So if you're getting millions of views per video, you can still make a lot of money from something like this being a YouTuber. But if you're not getting millions of views every single video you post, it's going to be really difficult to keep scaling your income, especially since it's so difficult to grow a YouTube channel forever. Trends come and go, people get more and less interested in topics that you make videos on. It's really difficult to force growth within organic content creation like on TikTok or YouTube. And that's exactly how I used to make my money from YouTube, just by YouTube AdSense and the TikTok Creator Fund, and then affiliate links and sponsors. And then I basically found out about the world of info products, and I'd seen a lot of people do little bits here and there. I'd seen Meet Kevin selling a course every now and then, and I'd heard that some people were making an awful lot of money with it, but I didn't really put any backing towards that, and so I didn't dive into it for a while. But eventually I ran into some other people who are also young online entrepreneurs like me, and that seemed to be where all of their money came from, and they got a hell of a lot less traffic on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok than I was getting, and yet they were making an awful lot more money than me. So I started to learn all about info products, basically just digital forms of information that you sell online, like ebooks, like courses, like coaching programs, things like that. And as I mentioned earlier, most content creators are probably going to sit around about $10 US per 1,000 views they get, when you take into account all the different income streams they see. But some of the content creators that I now work with as clients, as in I help to run their businesses for them, that's why I don't need to make YouTube videos anymore, they can make as much as $1,000 per 1,000 views, or about $1 per view. What this really means is that content creators don't need 1 million subscribers and a massive audience that spans the entire world to make an awful lot of money these days. You just need a little bit of information that other people have an interest in, and you're willing to sell to them. So what exactly are info products? Well, they're sold by all the biggest YouTubers. Graham Stephan has info products, Meet Kevin has info products, Andre Jick has info products. Pretty much every single finance YouTuber out there is selling info products, though most of them aren't doing it very well, and that's where someone like me comes in with my business. Why do they sell info products? Well, pretty simple. There's no costs to ship physical products around the world. There's no costs to actually producing those goods or services when they're actually produced. There's no damages in transit. There's no rent you need for a warehouse. You don't need rent for a shop front or anything like that. And there's no salary for employees. So you can see profit margins selling info products as high as 95%, where the only real expense you have is maybe a software or two that you have to use to sell that information. But really, it's just payment processing fees, the money that the credit card company charges you when someone uses their credit card. Someone like Meet Kevin is going to be making $200,000 or $300,000 every single month on the low end simply selling courses. What kind of courses? Well, an awful lot of different courses. Meet Kevin has real estate courses and stock trading courses and YouTube courses, and he sells most of them for about $1,000, sometimes as high as $2,000 or $3,000, just selling that information. And as I started to network with more and more people in a similar position to myself, making a lot of money online, I realized that actually 90% of every single very wealthy person online making content, making YouTube videos or TikToks or whatever, they're actually making all of their money by selling that information. Now, as I said, I wasn't really enjoying making YouTube videos anymore at this point. At the time, as I transitioned on over to building my info product agency, which is what I call my new business, I was making a YouTube video every single day, and I made it for about a year. They were fully scripted out. There were 2,000 words I had to write every morning, then I'd record it, then I'd edit it myself, put a thumbnail together, and I was just entirely burnt out. I wasn't watching it anymore, so I started thinking about how I can make money online with what I know, which is content creation, without actually having to sit down and grind out these videos that I was making every day. And I came to this pretty simple conclusion. Content creators out there are rich with people's attention. When someone makes a video and gets 100,000 views, there's an awful lot of value in those eyeballs of those people watching them. Now, content creators also almost always have information about their specialty that other people want. Unless you're just a vlogger, you're making daily videos about what you're doing in your life, almost every single content creator out there is going to have a focus that their content focuses on. For someone like me, Kevin, it's trading the market and it's real estate. It's making money online by buying and selling stocks and shorting stuff and using options and all kind of stuff like that. And Kevin has a lot of information that his viewers want, and they are willing to buy that information from him so he can sell it. The problem is that most content creators don't sell their information. Why? Well, there's a few reasons, but the biggest ones are just that they don't know how to sell that information. They don't know that you can package up their information into an ebook or a course or a coaching program and sell it for a lot of money. They also don't know how to sell these info products efficiently. Maybe they know that you should have a website where you sell these products, but if you don't know how to get people to that website, how to get them off YouTube and onto it, how to collect their emails and send out email marketing, you're not going to be efficient selling info products, and you're not going to make nearly as much money as you could have. An awful lot of creators out there actually think that no one would want to buy their information, and hint, they're almost always wrong. I know one guy who's a golf coach online. He lives in France and he teaches people how to play golf from the luxury of his computer. He never meets them in person. He just tells them what to do in their own time, and they pay him 1,000 euros for a single month's worth of coaching. So if you're sat there thinking no one's going to buy information from XYZ YouTuber, that's just not true. People will buy that information and they'll pay a hell of a lot of money for it. Finally then, a lot of content creators just don't have the time to learn all of this to sell information themselves creatively and effectively. Take me a few years ago when I was making a YouTube video every day. I was spending all of my time on those YouTube videos and I was burnt out and unhappy, and I didn't want to add an extra 2 or 3 hours to my workload every single day trying to learn how this entire market works, trying to learn how to sell info products efficiently. So that brings me into how I make my money then. I basically take care of this business for other content creators. So I'm the one behind the scenes building these marketing funnels, building these systems and sales systems and email copywriting and marketing and all of that, so that these content creators can sell their info products effectively. It means that I don't really have to make videos myself anymore. So you'll notice that I just kind of sporadically put out YouTube videos when I get motivated for a couple of weeks and when I'm enjoying it. And then when I stop enjoying it, I just stop posting again. The content creators that I work with tend to pay me between $2,000 and $5,000 just to get the system set up. And then as part of our contracts, they pay me a set percentage of all the sales that are driven through the systems that I built. Usually that sits between 20 and 40%. And with some content creators out there like Meet Kevin making $300,000 a month selling courses, you can understand why this is a very valuable business model, because if you're taking even 10% of that from one client, you can make $30,000 a month. And in fact, Meet Kevin isn't even at the high end of this stuff that does well. There's this guy called TJR Trades. He's about my age. He lives in Miami. He drives Lamborghinis and wears Rolexes and all that kind of stuff that I'm sure you've seen some of before. He teaches people how to trade stocks, how to be a day trader. He made about $3 million US from a single offer that he ran for just 1 month recently. $3 million over the course of 1 month, where he's selling essentially a coaching program where he teaches other people to trade in the same way that he does. Yes, he's got a large social media following, but that's the kind of extent that you can take this to. You can build a $30 million a year business selling information. Another example that's probably going to be a lot more relatable to many people watching this is Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey sells courses where he teaches people how to get out of debt, how to get their budgeting in control, how to stop spending money on useless crap. And guess what? Dave Ramsey makes more than $100 million every single year selling that information to people. That is a monstrous amount of money. That's enough money to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange if he wanted to take in public investment, all from selling information. And of course, with an operation that size, there's going to be a massive team behind the scenes actually running that business. Dave Ramsey isn't going to have the time to run that himself. He's going to have to delegate. And that's where info product agencies like my business come in. We take that out of the hands of the content creator so that they can focus on just making videos, on driving eyeballs and traffic towards the sales systems that we, the info product agencies, build. And then we make them as efficient as possible so that we can make as much money as possible too. I've actually been doing this for about 3 years now, and over the last 18 months, it's pretty much been all I'm doing. I've helped more than 200 people now start an info product agency, learn the skills, go from scratch, and scale it to signing clients and making money online. Many of the people I started with had literally zero experience with online business. Some people have been very, very young. Some people have been very, very old. But most of them really didn't have the experience or the skills needed when they came into my program. I helped them grow. I helped them learn. I told them what to do, how to practice, how to outreach, how to sign clients. Many of these people also worked full-time jobs whilst they were building this info product agency. So if you want to join my new mentorship program, just go on down below and check out the link below in my description. We have a full guarantee with a full refund policy as well. So if you don't sign 2 high ticket clients within the cohort that we run, you can get a full refund at the end. Because of that, I do have to say that I do have to be picky with who I let in. So everyone has to fill out an application form and speak with my student success manager before I'm able to take them on into my cohort mentorship, before we decide whether or not we're going to offer you a place or not. But if you are worried about the economy, probably not very likely, because it's going to go well over the next 4 years as Trump comes into power. Or if you're worried about your job, or maybe you just don't want to be working a 9 to 5 anymore, you'd like to make more money by starting your own business, or you just like a little bit more freedom, the ability to work from home if your job doesn't currently allow for it, you can liberate yourself from the stranglehold that the traditional economy has you upon. You can start an online business with my personal guidance. If you are interested, head on down below to the description, click the link, follow the steps on the next page, and you'll be able to book a one-on-one discovery call with my student success manager, who will run you through more information on how info product agencies work, get to know you a little bit, tell you exactly how the mentorship works, and then you and my student success manager have a chance to go away, have a think about it, and then we'll decide whether or not we're going to offer you a place inside the mentorship. Other than that, I am in one of those like motivated stints right now where I'm actually kind of enjoying making videos. So do expect to see more videos out on Stoic Finance for me. Of course, I'm going to make a video about Trump winning the election. Who wouldn't at this point? It's incredibly interesting. And the tears that we're seeing on either side are very, very enjoyable as well. So keep an eye out for other videos that I post soon.